marathonjourney.com, v5.39, where I use the Jeff Galloway run, walk, run marathon training method to beat this dead horse into submission. We are 2 weeks away from the Utah Valley Marathon and Half Marathon. We're going to run the half. And last week, if you remember, we ran a little over 6.5 miles, which means that this week we should have run at least 13.1, taper next week, and then be ready for the race the week after. And 13.1 wasn't on the books. Just no way were we going to come back from nothing, from recovering from illnesses and injuries, to running 6.5 to running 13.5. So we set out today to say 9 miles would be good. If we could do 9, we'll be okay. Got up this morning and the low temperature overnight was 62 degrees with the high in the 90s. So we set out, got my Nathan backpack full, and it was going to be an interesting day to begin with, because not only were we going to be dealing with a lot more heat than we've been used to, but the day before my daughter broke her little toe while she was cleaning the house. And my wife got home late because she was having to go over and check out her little broken toe. And while I was getting ready last night to get stuff together for the run, while I was in my daughter's old bedroom, I smashed my pinky toe against a piece of furniture, and do not believe that I broke it. I've broken my little toe before a couple of times, and you know when you break it. But we started running this morning and I thought it was broken. In fact, at one point, halfway, what we thought was going to be the halfway point, I had to stop and pull my sock off just to check to make sure that I didn't have a piece of bone sticking out, because it was that painful. But we got going. Anyway, filled up the Nathan with ice cubes and water and took off. And as we were coming back, instead of making the left turn back towards the sports club where the car's parked, my wife said, how about we go out to 10 miles, and wherever that takes us, then we'll turn around and walk back. So we ran out to 10 miles and turned around and came back right at 12. So 12 miles under our belt, 10 of it running, 2 of it walking. But if you're a devotee of the Jeff Galloway Run, Walk, Run program, you know that those 2 miles count towards endurance. So we're feeling a little better. Didn't get in 13.1. We didn't get 12 running, but we got 10 running and 2 walking. So we've got 12 miles on our feet for today. So we're feeling a little bit better about Utah Valley, and hopefully the heat, because the heat today started out in the 60s. We were in the 80s at the finish, and I did something. Of course, I'm out of shape, carrying way too much weight than I should be carrying. I went through 40 ounces of cold water today, and you know, granted, when it gets up to 80 degrees and that, you're in danger of overheating and bad stuff. And my heart rate was redlining up around 166, even on fairly easy flats. So it was a really bad day, but 40 ounces of water is a lot for me, so I know that we're pushing the limit here. Oh yeah, and I have to edit this in because I forgot, and I can't let this go. We're out on the rail trail to my infamous header spot, where underneath the fine dust are rocks that are embedded. Who knows? They probably go down 100 feet into the ground. There's no way you're going to move them, and when you hit them with your toe, when you land just short of them, they stop you like you hit a wall. We're running, and I realize that something is wrong because the sound coming from behind me is not right. Actually, it wasn't there, and I turned around to see my wife flat on her face, kind of a Superman pose, and she had done exactly the same thing that I had done on previous runs, and that is, as that foot lands, you don't know that there are rocks there, and you land with your toe right up against a rock, and you stop immediately, and just sends you off face first, and there's nothing you can do about it. So she had got a little scratched up, and one palm was pretty ugly and cut on her hip, but that was about mile 2 1/4. So not only did I make it through, but she soldiered through for the rest of the time. Kudos to her. So next week we're going to taper, take it easy, maybe do about 10K. That's about it, easy 10K, and get ready for Utah Valley. How about you? Anything that you're overcoming, you can do it. Just moderate your expectations and do things in a way that you know you can succeed in. But you won't succeed in anything unless you open up that door, put one foot in front of the other. And if you do that, I'll be seeing you out here on the road.